Hey, this is Rob. Wanted to share a craft project that we had going on this month. It was directly based off the book The Day the Crayons Came Home by Daywalt and Oliver Jeffers. This is the second book in their series. The first book was The Day the Crayons Quit. Both excellent books, favorites in our house. Uh, the project started out with us trying to find a crayon box for my son's room because he had broken crayons and crayons all over his room, and decided that we would maybe try to reproduce the crayon fort, and that led into let's make some crayons. So it started small and it ended up big, but as all projects do. But this is the crayon fort, and as the story goes, you have all these crayons owned by this boy Duncan. They're left all about, and things happen to them on their adventures, and they don't necessarily come back the way they left. They no longer fit in the crayon box. So he goes ahead and makes a crayon fort, which is now a place for all these disenfranchised crayons that are now accepted the way they are and have a place to live. And not pictured on this page, but the last page you have Esteban the Magnificent Crayon and Neon Red Crayon, which were making their way back to the crayon fort as well. So with that, switch over to the actual project. There's the crayon fort and all of its completion. And we'll start with down here on the side, we have Esteban the Magnificent with his little cape, and Neon Red Crayon with the little luggage. Went on many travels around. We have the crayon, Maroon Crayon, who was broken, but had a paper clip and patched himself back together. We have Peach Crayon from the first book that was naked. He finally has a pair of underwear. We have Turquoise Crayon, who was stuck in the dryer and got stuck to the crayon, so now he has a permanent friend, the sock. We have the elusive Multicolor Crayon. Then we have Green Crayon decorating the fort with glow-in-the-dark crayon, getting direction on the ground from Gray Crayon. Then we have Gold Crayon, who had a pencil sharpener stuck on his head, so his friend Pencil had to write the note to Duncan for him. We have some crayons up here, building the fort, hanging out. And we have, from both the first and second book, Orange and Yellow Crayon. They were feuding in the first book, but then they got stuck out in the sun and they got melded together, so now they have one big door that they can both walk through. We have Pink Crayon and Toddler Crayon. Toddler Crayon finally getting owned by Duncan and not Duncan's younger sibling. Can finally draw really nice pictures and is obviously he's a professional drawer now. So he's graduated from being a toddler crayon to a true artist. Then we have White Crayon. The running joke in White Crayon is that when he's on white paper, you can't see white. You got stubby little Blue Crayon because he was used so much. Then you got Brown Crayon and Beige Crayon and Black Crayon up there walking, and the indigestible crayon in the crayon box. That was beige crayon or somebody like that, and he got eaten by the dog and spit up on the rug, so he has all these nasty rug pieces on him. And then my edition, which was the weird little mad scientist crayon over on the side. I just thought it'd be fun to make something new, not based off of anything. So one more shot as the full crayon fort. And now we have a place to store all of our crayons as well. Not only is it a cool display, fun thing to have, but also it does have a functionality of some cool stuff here. You take some of the crayons off. If you open it up, boom, inside we have a place to store as a functional crayon storage place. There's some boxes of crayons in there. There's also a really cool feature for, if it's a play feature with it. Take the tape off the side, where if you turn it around, I'm doing this with one hand, sorry. So I flip the crayon box around. This is the back of the crayon, or the back of the lid. And as you can see, there's actually carved in some doors, so you can actually play with the crayons. This gives light within it. The second fort, you can actually open and close the window in there. And then there's a side window, a bonus window, which also opens up and brings light into the little side of the fort. And then the final part is if you move this crayon box to the middle, it opens up a trap door inside that the crayons can go down. So that, there we go. So if you can see that, there's a little trap door to go down to the bottom. So that was, again, the Crayon Fort project. A lot of fun to do. Tons of character with these author and illustrator's crayons. A lot of fun doing over the last month on and off. So that was it. The Day the Crayons Came Home Fort.